Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna make a little bit of a list, and I'm gonna talk you through my top 5 worst tech suits. These are honestly the suits that I think you should never ever waste your money on. And in some of the models I'm gonna list here's case, they might actually deteriorate your performance in opposed to boosting it. As always, if you do enjoy my videos, please could you take the time to subscribe to my channel. I'm just on the verge of hitting 5,000 subscribers, and when I do so, I'm going to be giving away both a men's and women's Arena Carbon Core FX. On top of that, if you could like the video, and also check out my Instagram page at the Swimsuit Guy 95. Without further ado, let's get into this list at number 5. So here we have a model that I have reviewed fairly recently, the Speedo LZR Racer X, and check out that video if you want to know all the nitty-gritty on how I found this suit. But long story short, this is an uncomfortable suit. It didn't really innovate much, but the bit that really killed it for me was its initial price tag. I think this was meant to be like £260 when new, and even now it's been completely replaced in Speedo's racing line, it's still £190 plus, depending on what colourway you get. I love the design of it, but I can't say much more positive about this suit. Number 4, and we go from one major player to another with Arena. As much as I love the Carbon line, and I've talked about why Carbon makes such a positive difference in tech suits just recently, the Carbon Ultra, in my opinion, just sucked. It was heavy, sluggish, it didn't feel snappy or fast, the compression was just weird, and just everything they implemented in this suit made 0 sense. And to top it off, the price, like the LZR X, was horrible. You still can barely find this under £200 today. And again, it's completely replacing the lineup. None of their swimmers wore it. The initial price was horrible. And what I will say about it is the only thing I really did like about it, like the Speedo, was this looked pretty cool. And it did come in some excellent different colorways over the years of its release. Seriously though, Arena makes some great suits, and this is the one I would avoid. At number 3, we take a little visit to Brazil with Hammerhead and their Silver Armour model. I reviewed 2 of their tech suits, the Hydro Flow and the Silver Armour, and while the Hydro Flow seemed to be pretty solid, the Silver Armour just did not impress me. If you want my honest opinion, they thought Arena are doing a good job of carbon fibre. We're not going to just blatantly copy them, but we'll try something even cooler. We'll stick to silver in a tech suit. We're not going to explain why silver is good in a tech suit, what it actually does, but it sounds cool, right? A precious material in your suit. Well, it was clearly a gimmick because this suit sucked. It had none of the positive benefits that Arena's carbon lineup does. And it was also expensive, probably because it had silver in. Even today, you can't get it cheaper than £160. And for this so-so compressing, ill-fitting tech suit, I just don't know why you would ever go out on a whim to buy it, unless you want to say you have silver in a suit. And trust me, you don't want silver in your tech suit. At number 2, we have the Aquafeel Oxygen, the cheapest on this top 5, but still heavily overpriced for what it is, at £95 British. It didn't have bonded seams. The drawstring just gets lost and is literally this awful piece of string. Everything about it just seems unoptimized for swimming. And I really don't think they ever actually got a competitive swimmer to wear this before they put it to market. They can't have done any testing. As far as I could see, they got an okayish material, stuck a FEMA approved badge on the back, sent it to market, and then probably realised it sucked. I said in my review of this video, which you can check out on the link above, that it felt like you was naked when you dived in because it had the opposite of compression. It offered no support to you whatsoever. The material was just weird in the water, and yeah, again, this is definitely, in my opinion, not actually a tech suit. It's just a really bad pair of jammers that I wouldn't recommend training in or paying £95 for. And finally, we are brought to number 1. And if you've watched my tech suit tier list video, you probably knew what was coming because I put it in a tier of its own and not a tech suit tier. Here we have the Swimwear Q Glyde tech suit. Tech suit? No, not a tech suit. I don't have it here with me, even though I did have 2 pairs of these, because it was sent to my UK address, I had it in the UK, and I absolutely was never going to bring it to Oman with me. In fact, I think I let my dad give these away to some of his Masters teammates who loved the design of the suit, but aren't hugely competitive to a point where they're going to worry about their performance. Because to be honest, I wouldn't even give away that tech suit to a competitive swimmer because it would hold their performance back. The list of things wrong with this suit could go on and on. I mean, let's just take a look at the fact they claim to have bonded seams, but don't. They just put sticky tape over stitched seams and sold it as bonded seams. That's a joke in its own right. The material is thick and something you'd get in a training jammer with a really poor water repellency treatment over the top. Nothing oozes tech suit in any way. It is a training jammer with a funky design. So you're saying, that might prompt you to say, well, to be honest, Sonny, if it's priced well, a training jammer with a funky design, well, you know, it's got a place in the market. Not when it's $250 US or 200 British pounds. How on earth has it got a place in the market? I don't know what these guys were smoking when they priced this suit, but they definitely were not sober, because it just doesn't work. This suit would be decent for training at £30. Hey, I might even recommend it as a cheap budget alternative to a racing suit at £30. But £200? If you was actually to outright buy this at retail, you're going to be in for a very, very bad shock. I hope you had some fun with this, and if you did, please could you leave a like on this video. If you have had any experience with these tech suits on this list, and maybe had a more positive one than me, to a point you think it shouldn't be on my top 5 worst tech suits video, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.